Hello and welcome to all you Scorpios. This is your monthly horoscope for November of 2021. For some of you, happy birthday. And this is going to be a very significant month for the Scorpios because we have eclipses going on and it relates to your sign. And although we had eclipses in Gemini and Sagittarius for a long time now, and still there is one up to come in December in Sagittarius, so it's wrapping up. We are already having a full moon, a partial eclipse in new signs, which is in Taurus versus Scorpio. Taurus is the opposite sign of Scorpio, and on the 19th of November, so if you're having a birthday there, big time for you. Big time for you. And for new stuff, because it's an eclipse where it's adding to something new, because the moon is with the North Node, and that shows that it's about new emotional connections, basically, that are going to help you with your growth. That's basically in a nutshell. That's it. Thank you for watching. No, but it really is. It's a sneak preview because these eclipses are going to happen for the whole of 2022 in your sign and in your opposite sign. So they are going to relate to each other. And but as I said, you are seeing the first signs of it. And this is the an eclipse that belongs to the Saros cycle 5 South. And it's a very positive one. So for a change, because most eclipses, they are a bit harsh, and this one is quite enjoyable. It's about joyfulness, it's about happiness. And it has, especially around that time, you know, you feel it the whole month, and already before that, when you are watching this in October. But around that time, the 19th of November, it is a lot about Uranian energy being activated, because Mars is your ancient ruler is gonna oppose Uranus, and then Venus trining Uranus. So there's a lot of freeing up energy going on, and that is in a rather playful way, and that's very enjoyable. Now, so for you, this full moon at 27 degrees of Taurus, so every Scorpio will feel it a lot, but particular when you have planets or a rising sign or a moon around 27 degrees. So that will be those who have a birthday, you could say round and about, the 17th of November already, and then onwards up until the 22nd of November, you will feel it the most. And so for some of you, now when you are single, this could be a new connection for sure. I mean, or at the beginning of it, or something that becomes very real for you, and that's gonna be very significant in 2022. I want to talk too quickly here. And for those of you who are in a relationship, the relationship is shifting there, and it can be for better or for worse. You never know that with these general horoscopes, of course, but you know, it's gonna upgrade, whatever it is. I mean, if it needs to go, it will go. If it doesn't need to go, it will stay, basically. And you know that deep down inside. You're a Scorpio. You know that deep down inside, and that will be revealed to you already now in November, in the beginning, that there is new shifts there. And it is good because the South Node will be in your sign, especially, you know, as from January and onwards for the whole year. This shows that a lot of you, you know, like the snake losing its skin, that's going to happen to you. It's a very scorpionic way, of course, of living when the South Node is in your sign. And it means that a lot of old parts of you will need to go. And I must say that's a good thing. The less you resist it, the better. The less you resist the old way of you. And for everyone, that's different. Maybe the old way of you is doing things for other people all of the time. And never, you know, and because of that, sacrificing yourself. Maybe that needs to end. Or you are someone who is very protective in relationships, and you never because you are afraid of connecting and of being vulnerable. You just have built a wall there. Maybe that wall needs to go down, and then you connect, of course, with other people with that North Node in your 7th house. Whatever it is for you, there is the sneak preview here of that part of you that needs to go, that part of you that is finished, that has served you for many, many years. But this is only something that happens every 19 years. So it's quite rare to have the South Node in your sign. And so it means a karmic cycle that has ended. And that's basically it. And the focus, you're going to benefit the most out of your life when you have a bit of a focus of new people coming into your life, or seeing people that you already know in a different light. And so an upgrade, if you are in a relationship already and you're saying, yeah, it's going fairly okay, it's, you know, there's more pluses than minuses. What could be shifting is that you really valuing it more than you're used to. You're really saying, yeah, it is quite rare to live with someone and to share my life with them, and that they stick around, basically. And you kind of appreciate it even more. That can be the shift that you're taking. Whatever it is, it's very much relationship oriented. So I'm going to talk about that for many, many months. And but again, this is a very positive eclipse. So although Mars is in your sign, so for the whole month, so this is also significant. This means that you're gonna set some boundaries. If you're the Scorpio person, you know, Scorpio people, this is something about Scorpio people. And I have my Venus in Scorpio and my ruler in Scorpio. I know what I'm talking about. It's not just because I'm an astrologer. But Scorpio people, they tend to sacrifice themselves. They really do, for people. And they kind of forget about themselves. And because they're fixed, especially in relationships. They don't want to let go. And when things are going bad, you know what they do? They do even more for these people. Because they think, hey, I can fix it. I'm not going to let it go. And they know deep down inside that it's not going well, but it's their temperament, you know, of fighting. And that's that can be good, of course, because we all have in relationships moments that we need to fight for the relationship, so to speak, but sometimes it's not so good. And if you've been that Scorpio that had lately a rough time with others because they were stepping over your boundaries and they misused the fact that you were like not 100% invested. You 100% invested? You're 1,000% invested, right? And so you can see now with Mars in your sign, what am I doing here? So you could really take back your power during this month and cutting off cords with certain people that went too far. And you know, the Scorpio, if you go too far, there's no way back. There's no way back. If you've crossed that line, and for a Scorpio, it must be already a lot, because they also in relationships, they can, especially the rising sign, the ascendant of Scorpio, they can deal with a lot of crap more than others. They just deal with it. They try to do their best. They try to do the best, and they bottle up and they bottle up, and all of a sudden, bang. I say this particularly around the 19th of November, when you have not only Mars in your sign, but opposing Uranus. So you could be dealing with this energy of, I'm just drawing the line and I'm fed up with it. So make sure that you're aware of that. And if it has to happen, it has to happen. And, you know, we are who we are, and other people are who they are as well. But in the, you know, in general, you will be fine. And because these energy, you also have Venus trining Uranus around that time. So whatever it is, it needs to be, you need to stand your ground, basically. But that other person will also stand their ground. You know, remember, Uranus is there. So they are freedom loving, and they are loving themselves as well as an individual. That's also something to consider. Now, last but not least, Venus is entering its shadow on the 18th of the month. and in Capricorn in your 3rd house, and that's going to be significant the next month. So I'll talk about that a lot because Venus is going backwards and forwards, retrograde we call it in astrology, and it's a very Plutonian transformational Venus retrograde. You're gonna love it. It's happening in your 3rd house, so your thoughts about love could be drastically changing in the upcoming months, and this is just the beginning. And yes, you could be, you know, in the way that you speak and communicate to people, it's in a lovely way, but it's in a very transformative way. So your words can really make a change in the upcoming, and really make a difference. Or you could be studying as well, something very deep and something that could be significant for your career, because this is in Capricorn after all. Anyway, having said that, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.